OMAD ORIN Looper today, and I'm going to take this opportunity to ask him about something that he's passionate about. He's passionate about a lot of things, but one is sauerkraut, fermented cabbage. So, Dave, how do you make sauerkraut? What is the process?
So first of all, you need good quality cabbage is the primary ingredient. Not cabbage bought in the supermarket. You know, even the stuff that's said to be organic, they just use a different set of chemicals, isn't it? You want good, like you're growing your own cabbage, I grow my own. Organic. If you know it's organic with no chemicals, no pesticides, right? Good quality cabbage.
Yep.
And I use mustard seeds as well. I have no salt, which is very controversial.
Right.
Everyone else puts salt now. I have no salt.
No salt?
Yeah.
Is that because you don't believe in salt?
Yeah, well no, you do need salt, you do need sodium, but most of the salt out there is not good for you. Right. And there's enough organic sodium in cabbage, and you know, so you could just do cabbage, onions, organic onions, and mustard seeds. Pure water.
Yep, pure.
And then you need to put weights on it.
Put weights on it.
It's got to be underwater. Anything above the water will get mouldy.
Right.
So you've got to keep everything organic. It's got to be below the water level.
Okay.
And the most important part is I've got a proper crock pot. You've got to let air out with no air getting in.
Right.
So the older crock pot has got like a channel of water with a top on it, so air bubbles can come out and pop up like wine, you know, like an air release, but no air can get in.
Right. So that's really important. Do not let air into it, because air is what
you want it to ferment.
Oh, you want it to ferment. Yeah. Okay.
It's got to ferment.
Huh. As you're thinking about fermentation, I don't want to go off topic too much, but then aged urine gets air in it and it ferments. I wonder why that is. And then
yeah, well, that's a fascinating subject. Yeah.
Fermentation.
It's different, isn't it? See, cabbage is probiotics, isn't it? That is the good bacteria.
Right.
Probiotics are so good for you.
Yeah, and how long does it take from this process that you've just explained to get what you call a good quality?
Yeah, I'd say only a couple of weeks, I think.
A couple of weeks?
I've got a big crock pot. How many is it? It's probably 10 gallon, probably.
10 gallons, that's
good. Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
So probably good 20 cabbages and like 40 onions, mustard seeds.
And that's a lot of food, so that's going to feed your family, yourself for
half a year, 6 months, yeah.
Wow.
So what I do, I make it, and when I start it fermenting, I can hear it bubbling. Yeah. It's got to be a good temperature. If it gets too cold, it won't work. If it gets too hot, it won't work. It's got to be consistent temperature inside. And then, I'd say after about 4 weeks, I take the top off, take the weights out, and I just start scooping from the top. And I've got the spoon, you know, with holes in it, you know.
Spoon with holes? Oh,
yeah, you know, like a
sip thing.
That's it, sip, yeah. So I scoop out, let the water drain out, and I just take a bowl of that every day for my family.
Oh, wow.
And my kids love it. Kids particularly like it because it's easy to digest. Yeah. And kids and young ones say, wow, I like that. And I put that on the table for us all to share, and I turn around and my daughters have eaten it all. And I'm like, hey, I have to go and get another one.
All right.
But I don't mind, it's good for you.
Yeah.
It's very, very good for you.
Does it help with bowel movements? Does it help?
Yes,
do you just feel
very
good. Helps with bowel movements? Okay.
Definitely.
Ah,
probiotic, it's good for the gut, isn't it? Only now they're really realising how important the gut is, isn't it?
Yes.
Gut health is so
huge.
important.
It's gone huge the last few years, and guts. And the gut is the first brain. It's
yeah, it is. People say I feel it in my gut, or my gut told me, you know, that is the most important, isn't it?
Your gut. I think probably it takes parasites from the gut. So my intuition tells me it's really good for parasite removal as well as putting in good bacteria, killing off the bad bacteria. So it's power. So yeah, sauerkraut is the one, isn't it? Like for health. I mean, there's many things we do for health, but that's a really good tip. And also, it's not expensive, is it? I mean,
you can buy it,
like,
if you can trust it. I mean, if you've got a really good organic one, but I think make it yourself. It's so cheap to make it yourself. Grow your cabbages, or get good quality cabbage, good quality onion, mustard seeds, and pure water, and that's all you need.
Nice. And whilst you're on the topic, I'm pretty sure that you can ferment lots of other vegetables.
Yeah, I've done all sorts. Yeah.
All right. So tell us a little bit about other vegetables that you can ferment.
Well, it's the Korean one, you know, kimchi. Yeah.
What's that called? Say that again.
Kimchi.
Kombucha? No.
Yeah, not kombucha. Kombucha is actually a Japanese tea.
Right.
Cha is tea, it's kombu tea. But people get confused, and there's another pink thing they call kombucha.
Right.
But kombucha is different.
Oh, it's different to
Anyway, kimchi is peppers and more spicy sauerkraut. It's the same thing. It's, you know, sauerkraut is a German, and Austrian or Sweden. That's where it originated.
Right, right.
And they've been doing it for a long time before in Asia, and kimchi is fantastic. So you put peppers in it, red peppers, and make it a bit spicy, but I've tried all sorts. I was just telling you just then, I've tried walnuts in my sauerkraut.
Yeah.
So you know the green walnut, not the dried nut. People think a walnut, the nut. No. As it grows in a tree, it looks like an apple.
Right.
It's a green walnut. Yeah. And I chop the end off
before it comes out ready.
Yeah. While it's still soft.
Still baby. Yeah.
And I wash them.
Yeah.
And I put them in my sauerkraut, and they ferment and they go soft.
Yeah.
And I take a spoon of it, and it sort of like falls apart. It's all crumbly, and you can eat that with the cabbage and onions, and it's really good.
Ah, that sounds tasty.
I think I might be the first person in the world to make walnut sauerkraut. Unless somebody's done it before me.
Yeah, that's
I
amazing.
just tried it and it worked.
Huh.
And I love it.
That's what you can do with self-experimentation and all these kind of
keep
things.
trying.
And I'm sure there's many things you can ferment that people talk about. It just seems everyone seems to focus only on one thing, but fermentation of anything is pretty good, even with the aged urine and all that stuff. So it's a fascinating topic, that's for sure. And experimentation, like I said, is key.
Keep trying. I've tried loads of wild food. I tried dandelions, nettles, goosegrass, ramsons. You know, ramsons, wild garlic.
You tried it fresh, or are you talking about fermented?
No, I picked them myself. Oh no, I've put it in my sauerkraut. Sorry.
Put it in sauerkraut.
I eat them salad, definitely.
Oh,
but I put them in the sauerkraut.
Oh wow, that sounds
A
like
warning about ramsons, wild garlic. It's very strong stuff. You need a little bit.
Wild garlic, I put in aged urine. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I've done that before.
You're really experimenting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I juiced it once, and it was only a little bit, and I went, whoa, it's really.
It's very smelly, like garlic. It's very garlic smell. It really does smell up the aged urine. Aged urine smells anyway.
So ramsons in sauerkraut really works well.
That's good.
Can I just mention this friend of mine? I didn't know him. He's died now. But about 100 years ago, there's a man called Dr. Vogel. You ever heard of him? The nature doctor.
Maybe because of you last week. I don't know.
And also, all the health food shops here, there's a whole thing, Vogel Nutrition. All the best supplements, Vogel. That's his granddaughter now is running the business.
Right.
My dad knew him.
No.
My dad knew him. Shook hands with him, talked to him a lot. And friends with him.
Is he an English guy?
No, he's Austrian.
Austrian.
But he spent a lot of time in England.
Yeah.
And he's the wild food expert. He used to go out. Another friend of mine knew him. He's in his 80s now. Dr. Vogel's died now.
Yeah.
But his daughter and granddaughter carry on the business. And he wrote a brilliant book, The Nature Doctor.
Ah.
And I've got his book.
I think we should check it out. We should buy that one, huh?
The Nature Doctor is a brilliant book.
Yeah.
And he loves sauerkraut. And he talks about sauerkraut all the way through.
Wow.
In so many people's health problems,
Yeah.
if you fix the gut, that is the main thing to
It's
stop.
the foundation of health. Hippocrates said that if you fix the gut, you fix the whole body.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree. And sauerkraut, fermentation's a fascinating subject. And like you said, people are endlessly experimenting. Is it miso, Japanese?
Miso, yeah.
That's another one.
Tofu.
Temper is another one, I think.
Natto is
fermented.
I love that. It's like stringy. My kids love it. They have nattos and they love it.
Yeah,
and that's really good for
and
your
that's
gut.
just the ones we know about. I'm sure that people all around the world are doing loads of things with. Isn't kefir the fermented milk? There's so many fermented things that you can do that are healthy for you, and to focus on the gut is a great.
Sauerkraut is my favourite. It's the easiest to make and the best for you. It's so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it out myself.
I think you probably get that Nature Doctor online. If you look for Dr. Vogel, the Nature Doctor, and I bet you can get it for free. Download it.
I'm going to try it.
And if you read how he says to make sauerkraut, he says don't put salt, use mustard seeds.
Mustard seeds instead of salt.
And the most simple is just cabbage, onions, mustard seeds, pure water, let it ferment.
Yeah, I know mustard tastes amazing, so mustard seeds are going to be like really tasty. In fact, I've tasted mustard seeds; they're good. They really make a nice taste to that.
And in experiment, put other wild food in. I bet in Portugal you've got loads of nice plants you could ferment.
Yeah, we probably did. Yeah,
experiment and see what works.
Yeah, we definitely going to experiment with that stuff.
I've never done broccoli. I don't know whether that would ferment. Some it just doesn't work, you know.
Oh, okay. So we'll have to experiment with lots of things. Like, I've got a whole book on fermentation somewhere in my house, like a really huge one. So we're going to see. But this was. OMAD ORIN Looper Dave Phillips talking to us and learning. I'm learning about fermentation processes. It's a fascinating subject, guys. Let us know what you think and have a lovely day. Bye.